staff, man, shut up from smoking in my own backyard, man. But they got all the cards in the house of Parlez-Vous. If they could come up there, I'll teach them a thing or two. Feeling large on the lash with Charlie too. But it's not just my health, it costs money too. And I'll be back on the Monday bus like I always do. It's the culture of contradiction, where reality meets Orwellian fiction. There's contradiction in our culture. You've got all the choices, now they do what they told ya.
I stay fly because my fashion is a little less than ethical. It gives me a kind of guy that's respectable, so I possess presence. Come on, classes of 30 teenagers in my lessons, I demand your respect in my sweatshop crepes. Technically, I politically offset, karmically cleansing my collusion with Southeast Asian child labour. Well, calmly and casually clad in the toils of preteen tyranny. My Adidas walk through the halls of your colleges. I deal with knowledge and need to acknowledge this contradiction. See, it's an opposition, and now I'm torn within myself. I know it's born out of living in this land of wealth, worn out as a symbol of membership, and outward gesture of my kinship. But it combines with my rhymes and reflective penship and gives me some issues I need to contend with. And so I share them with my students, and they soon comprehend this, and maybe then their thinking then shifts. And a light of critical awareness is lit in the eyes of a youth who might be confused about the right path to choose in their life. And my shoes might be wide, they collude with my views about kids killing kids with knives in the news and lies that exude from media sources about dangers we face and the need for armed forces to force our sense of fairness onto these unfair infidels wherever they dwell. They tell you fear for your freedom, and so you see it receding. This life that we're leading is fused with illusion and fueled by a feeling we need retribution. But I help them to see we need redistribution of wealth, of health, of knowledge, of self. And others and brothers and sisters or mothers or fathers or friends or enemies, lovers or saviours, our beautiful saviours. Really? How new are these labours, 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 labours?
And in those labours we've had extraordinary rendition. It's a culture of contradiction. We've got a Ministry of Defence that perpetrates war. We've got an outcast of criminals deep inside the law. We've got no idea what we're fighting for, but we know what we ought to. When the bomber pilots wash their hands in the water of the Euphrates, the hammer and sickle's called again because it's a symbol of the 80s. The million and the anti-war marchers end up watching audio-visual in the park. Maybe they were too fucking pacifist by heart. Culture of contradiction, where reality meets Orwellian fiction. There's contradiction in our culture. We've got all the choices, now they do what they culture. Because people around here want to sell their souls, demand the supply of yet more control, fighting up the big fish in this goldfish bowl, safe in the shark belly that swallowed them whole. AngrySam and Curious.
Give it up for AngrySam.
So it's 3 till 5 PM, we've done our bit. Is anyone in this tent want to get up here and spit? Because we got plenty of people that can come and make this nice. We got people that can come up here with some rice. Yeah, there's a man.
Step
I don't feel no hurt. Come some peace for the man in the white
t-shirt. What's your name, man?
My name's Jake. Nice to meet you.
Say